Mama ahora. Ya still. Ah.
Cheze mara nyingine moja ingie kwa kichwa.
Wewe cheza. Ahora ya still. Oh my god. Aya. Wewe kijana.
So today I'm working on this character. He's supposed to be one of the main characters. I think I've been saying that about all the characters. So I'm using this reference image that I got from an artist on Pinterest. So one of the most peculiar things about this reference is the way he does the nose. I think it's very hard to find an image where you find like something where you get good reference for exactly what you want. So with this one, he has done the nose in such a way that I feel this is something I wanted to try and replicate. Also now, because this character also has like some kind of chubbiness when it comes to here, and my character also, I wanted him to be somehow chubby. So yeah, that was my intention to make. He's supposed to be like a big character. He has like a bit of a big body, but he's slightly muscular but still has a big body. So this is the reference image I was using together with a mixture of other reference images. This is also another reference I used to get like the proportions right, but then I just reduced like the scale of something like the eyes and the lips. Yeah, but I really like using references in my images. These are like references for some of the other characters that I do. Yeah, so slowly. Also, this guy is supposed to be wearing specs, so I'm still not done with that. So yeah, you can see I use a lot of reference images. Yeah, all of these are like different characters that I'm working on. This is also another character I was working on. Sometimes I might have like one reference image to help me get the point of what I'm looking for, but sometimes you find I have like two images. Maybe I want one side of the face to look like this, like the eyes and the brows to look like this, and then the nose I just get it from another character, and the lips. Sometimes when you're just doing it like manually, when you're trying to just like sculpt everything and make it make sense, it gets hard without reference. Also, even when you're using like the sliders to change like the size of the nose, the nose bridge or stuff like that, it can get really hard to get what you really want. But when you're using reference, it becomes really easy. And reference is really good, especially for something like character creation or concept creation. It's very helpful. Well, at least for me. Yeah. Yeah, so this is what I'm working on today. Before maybe at least I want to finish before lunchtime, because I need to go get some wood. Don't know, timber, like some wood. There's some stuff I need to be doing, so I need to get done. So that's what I'm planning on doing. So I just want to finish like this character, finish like some stuff here and there, and then once I'm done, I'll add him to the rest of the characters. Now these are like the character designs, and this is how they are supposed to look. Okay, this is a bit different. Let me change the lighting. So yeah, so like that. So this is one of the characters, and let me change the lighting because I'm using the light to like sort of give it some kind of feel. I think something like a little bit there, 6.5 will work better. Then now maybe let's just do 6 because I still think it's over bright. So now this is also one of the other characters. This is called Jaff. He's supposed to be the lead singer of the band. This is how he looks. So once I'm done with the other character, I'm going to bring him here, and I'm going now to like now start adding like these stylized shaders. I'm going to start adding outlines and just generally stuff like that. The reason why I'm using light painting is because, for example, now if I do this, okay, now how do I change the sun angle? Or I can just use rotate Z. So if I do this, you can see the shadows are very heavy, and like the lighting is very somehow dramatic, and it still feels very stylized and painted. So that is the look I'm going for. Yeah, I don't know now if you can see. Yeah, I was thinking of adding halftones, but that is not something I've decided on. I think halftones are too common, and the problem with halftones is sometimes they are static. They don't move with the characters. They're just more of a print. It's a good look, but maybe I wanted to try something different. So you can see also with Ruby, it's moving. Maybe to get a better perspective, you can see now if I change the colors, like the skin is adapting like dramatically, which I wanted to do that so that I can use light to define mood and overall tone. Yeah, and you can see like it works for both characters. So yeah, so once I'm done with this guy here, I'm going to bring him there, and then I'm going to apply those like effects to him. But what I normally do, I try to make sure that I have them in different folders. So something like this, we can just, let me show you. Projects, characters. Yeah, so what I normally do is I have one base file, like this one. Now you see production version. Now that is like the base knee, and now there's this other file with all of them stylized, so that even when I'm comparing like how the effects look, I can always compare them to each other, so that you don't find like this person has so much brightness compared to this other guy and stuff like that. So tuanze na okay, tuanze na maswali simple. So what was the first thing you thought when I told you I wanted to make a whole animated movie? Nini ulifikiria kwanza when nilikwambia story?
Nimezoea kuona movie mob, so probably nilikuwa like the whole production. Nilikuwa na swali yangu ilikuwa tu tuna produce aje, naona like cameras ni ngapi, tunafanyaje, we doing it local, we doing it big.
So na mezo ulijua ni animation movie ukaona?
Vile nilikuwa najua unafanya zile stuff za Blender, I think ilikuwa like hii ni kitu inakaa interesting. So I was like, nilikuwa na maswali mingi, so nikiwa na hizo maswali nilikuwa like nataka kujua nafanya nini. I just want to be around that thing.
Before we started this, ulikuwa unajua like how much work it takes to create an animated movie, or how much work is needed to work on an animated film?
I had an idea, but I didn't think it was this rigorous. Like ilikuwa inaka in my head it was one thing, and then sasa unakuja kudiscover like what happens, and then you are uko mind blown. It's a lot of work basically.
So now, what is the one thing about your real life personality that unaweza taka kuweka kwa a character?
Well. I think I'm a bit spontaneous. So with like at a personal level, I do things that minimum to napenda ku explore, and hiyo side yangu ya ku explore inapatana na hii side, so niko like nataka kuona how this takes me.
So unaweza taka character mwenye atakuwa spontaneous?
Yeah.
Unaweza taka like kuwa na character spontaneous, play your role, afanyio nini?
Yeah. Huyo character kukua able to live through him or whatever, kama msee tu anajulikana ni msee wild na ni msee free, like unaweza mpata anywhere basically.
So, how would you describe what you are doing to your parents or some of your other friends who are not involved?
Hey, hapo kwa wazazi, okay. Naanza na our parents, sindo? To them, naweza tone down. So, I'd tell them, I'm doing a voice for a character in a cartoon. But not in a sense of cartoon like ile wamezoea, but in a more like we are trying to sasa ndasemaje, tunatengeneza sauti za cartoon basically. Acha tu nimwambie hivyo.
Now your friends,
To my friends,
part of it.
au ni basically naambia nafanya voice over ya animation, au wataelewa. Yeah, wakijua ni animation they'll get the idea.
How long did it stop you, like how long did it take to stop feeling shy ama kuacha kuogopa? Like ilikuteka how long to own your character?
Juu nilikuwa like unajua sasa tukifanya I was a bit nilikuwa relaxed juu niko environment naelewa, so I think it only took me like an hour or two, like ile ya kuget through hiyo kitu kusink in, because at first ilikuwa like we are saying and then now we jump to now we are doing, so ilikuwa a bit of ilinitake kama 1 hour 2 hours like kuelewa nafaa kufanya hivi, nafaa kuwa huyu, sauti nafaa kuwa hivi, so yeah.
How do you think the character's voice improved since the first time you recorded Sai na sasa when you will do the final new? Na feel character itakuwa improve?
One, I think msee atakuwa ameperfect like your voice, the variation of the tone and how you deliver a certain speech na at like in different phases itakuwa more na itakuwa in depth, like you'll be able now to I can do this here and I can do this there, but pia katikati in between I can do this other thing, but it all comes together and makes that character.
Yeah, so what I think I'll do first, turn this off. So when you're in this view, you can just basically edit what you want. So what I'll do, I'll just remove this hairs here, slowly. So I'll just remove them, and I can always pop back to see what is happening. Okay, I need to go back to object mode. So yeah, so let's go back to particle edit. So actually what these are like guide hairs, so they'll be used to like guide the other hairs. So guide hairs are normally very little, so then I'm going to do add here, then we'll comb that. I think that works. So what I really actually want to fix is this, so I think I'll start with the distance. So now this is where we'll do the cut here. So just slowly like a barber does it. I don't know why this is in red, but okay, no, I don't think it's cutting the way I want it to. I need it to be like a little bit slimmer so that it cannot affect it won't look like it's too thick. There will be like some space for the nose to breathe in. Because this is a fairly young character, I don't think like the mustache should be this thick to get to a point where it gets like into the nose. So I just want like a small outline of a mustache, not this thick mustache. Yeah, like that, slowly. Yep. Then we can always go back to object mode, check it out. Yeah, a little bit better. I think now if I even add it, it won't be as thick. Yeah, so this side has more hair than this side, so let's go back and fix that. You have to be in this mode to be able to do this. So then go back to object mode. Nope, not yet done. So particular edit object mode. I think that will be a little bit better. So yep, a little bit better, not the best yet, but a little bit better. So I think what we have to do is fix this. Back to particle edit, must be in solid view. So we have to get rid of you guys because you guys are making it look a bit too crowded. I'm sorry it had to be you guys. I guess you're nice guys, but you know, that's just how it works, man.
So sasa tuko session 2. So what specific skill do you think you'll pick up during these sessions that you think might be useful in future or might be a good skill to have?
One is editing skills. Two is nyingine. One editing, number two.
And something kama voice, the whole idea of doing voice. Do you feel kuna kitu fulani utalani?
Yeah, probably that art of voiceover, the art of doing the voiceover. I think itaniongeza experience and I'll be able to learn.
So, do you think your ear will change after listening to your recordings for quite some time? Like, will it change the way you listen to how people talk? Because like the first time kujisikiza inakuanga weird, but now ukifanya for an extended period of time, do you think itaku change?
Yeah, definitely. I'll probably go numb with my voice. Na pia nitaweza kusikiza wasee now from another perspective, not the one that I was used to before.
So is there part of the animation process that you might actually want to learn more about now? Because you know something about editing. Anything else? Maybe unaweza feel sasa that now you're doing this, imekuwa excited na learning about animation.
Probably pia the augmentation part of the augmentation ya 3D, I think tutaweza kulearn more pia.
What is the biggest adult responsibility you've had to handle to make sure umekuja hapa?
One, I have to make sure my affairs are in order. So currently I'm studying for 3 exams. So I've had to basically I read for the exams at a certain time to create time for coming here. Adult responsibility. I think that's the biggest one yet as at now.
Now that you've mentioned that, has working on this project made you more like, do you think like the creative me from this project has added like your interest in a creative career, ama like integrating creativity to your career after you graduate or you finish now the course?
Yes, most definitely. The curiosity has led me here, and now we are learning. So I think it has imeongeza so much in terms of creativity on this side, and probably I'd want to see if I can pursue something here, Pia.
That's nice. And cut.
Then I'll allow it to import the collection. So yes, so here's our guy. I think he actually looks good. Maybe I'll go and overthink. So do this somewhere here. So next to his friends. So he's supposed to be like a little bit darker compared to this guy. He's not that light skin. I think Jaff is the one who is a little bit light skinned compared to them all. Is he? Yeah, he's the one, but just like that. So now, so this is the process that I use. First, I go here. I select my two nodes that I use to do this process. So then I select this big guy over here, man. It feels so good finishing, working on you. Oh, but you should be taller than her, Kiasi. She's a tall girl, but you should be like slightly taller. So from there, all subsurface. This is on. This should be on. Yeah. Yeah, so see, yeah, that works. Ooh, the eyes. I almost forgot that. Thank God I took a close look. So once I'm done with this, what I want to do now is go back here, select the nodes I want to use. I think I'll just use this tool for now. I will add an animation later. So just like that, BSDF to shader, BSDF to surface. And now just like that, our guy looks funny. You can see now he has joined his friends in that weird look. For some reason Ruby looks odd. Then what could be up?
Mamaora, zile documents haya kijana, you're still here? Okay, get in, ingia.
Nimeweka sawa. Sasa try ingine maybe tukae.
Mamaora, zile documents haya kijana, you're still here? Ingia. Unafanya nini bado? Nafikiri kama bado sija.
Sawa.
Mamaora, you're still here?
Chezea mara nyingine moja ingie kwa kichwa.
Wewe cheza. Mamaora, you're still here? Oh my God. Haya. Wewe kijana.
On your marks, let's go.
Mamaora. Zile documents haya. Wewe kijana.
Yes, sir.
You're still here?
Ulikuwa umeniambia hivi.
So, wewe maora zile sasa utoke ni ile.
Mama zile documents.
Zile uko hapo uko. Wewe maora ama ile. Wewe maora zile document na kijana then so mpate hapo. Wewe tu venye utaweza kuelewa natural.
Nimekuipata. Ni vile I think ni siko visualize kabisa. So siko na idea. Alikuwa na record. Ina record I think. Wewe maora. Zile documents haya. Wewe kijana. You're still here? Ingia. I think hiyo ndio the best thing. Naona kama ndo out of hizo zingine. Finya tu hapa. Wewe maora. Zile documents haya. Kijana. You're still here? Ingia.
achia ndio. Tufanye nyingine moja ya mwisho.
Haina shida. Wewe Maura, zile documents aya kijana, you are still here. Ingia.
Ndio hiyo nimeipata. Napata mali shida ilikuwa. Fuck yes. Man. No, that was fucked up. Manze, nilikuwa shanga, what the hell? Kumbe nilieka 0.004 instead of 0.05. Sasa nikirudi kwa shida editor, hizi stuff nilikuwa na edit size na hapa so make sense. Kama hii nikishukisha mpaka 2, sinaoni na ina hapa so make sense. So, but sasa ilikuwa like okay, z ilikuwa like 1.5 huku. Oh yeah, sasa ikiwa hivi sasa naweza edit hapa. Nice, so I can just do something like this. Alafu roughness multiplier niliona iko mahali huku hivi. So 1.3 maybe iko pana. So tuseme 1.3 niweke 1 niweke 2 z 2 wengine yep, so ina work fiti inaweza ndani hapana. Now that's something. Now that is a premium satisfying 18 minutes, because sometimes kupata hizi stuff inakuanga really hard. The troubleshooting I think has to be one of the biggest reasons mbona kila mtu anachokanga na 3D at some point. Sasa hii I don't know what to do, so niende hapa hivi. So kwa hizi normal strength ni 1.4, kwako ni 1.0. But hiyo ni juu ya age, because huyu pia kona 1.0 subsurface scattering. So nieke on, aiongezi a lot but ina try. So iko 2 nikiweka 1.3 almost strand. Okay, yani fair. Hapana, niweke 3 because I think skin yake ni a bit special compared to hizi zingine. Redness na reduce redness naifanya kwa weird. Niweke 1.3 tena tuone how it looks hivi ikiwa super shiny. Alafu tuseme 1.8 tutumie hiyo saka reference, but 1.8 ni mob, 2.1 ni fair because tumeona 3 ni mob. Let's do like 2.2. I think that's a bit fair. Yeah, I think it's fair for all the characters. Nico looking good. This also looks good. Jafar pia anakaa fiti, though don't know why I feel, but Jafar is not supposed to be tall. Ruby is supposed to be fairly tall. This guy is supposed to be the tallest. Oh, I've understood. Wanatumia like the scalp to measure the height. So yeah, I think that makes sense. Yeah, I think this is cool. So nimefanya 3 characters, but the one to go, I think that one is the character that I'll be playing. So that really, I don't know how to approach it. Yeah, but I think I like how this guys wametokea. This is really cool. Yeah, I think this is really cool. Yep. I think there's a severe after 21 minutes of premium hard work. I have done something. Yeah. Yep. So yeah, let me stop there, get something to eat. Alafu, yeah, go get some stuff done. I'll be back later in the afternoon as I start thinking about your story, Casey.